So throughout Tesla's lineup, the interior is very minimalistic. There's not a lot of buttons, and actually some of the vehicles, they're not even going to have any buttons like the Cybertruck. But a lot of people do actually like knobs or little buttons so that they can quickly, with some muscle memory, without taking their eyes off the road, press. So today, we're going to show you all about the control bar, including the install. So this is the control bar, which attaches right under the screen, and it can do all kinds of things like temperature. It has controllable LEDs, so it can actually illuminate the center console. You can do your trunk, your frunk, lock, unlock, toggle your seat heaters, dog mode, keep climate on, all kinds of stuff, and then some. So you have a little installation box. We'll get to that in a minute. You have an extra 3M strip of tape in case you decide to move it to a different vehicle or anything like that. You have your actual control bar right here. So this is going to be all your buttons and your knobs, and it has a pre-installed 3M tape right there. And then you will get two USB cords. One's going to be an A to C and one's going to be a C to C. I'll explain more on that in just a second. And then you will have some alcohol pads to prep the bottom of that screen. Now, real quick, in the installation box, you have this QR code here, which is going to give you some tips and tricks from the manufacturer. And then opening this, you're going to have some little stickers so that you can label all your knobs and everything, what they actually are. You have quite a few of these cable ties, and this is going to make it so that you can help route your cable however you see fit, whatever works best for you. You will have a USB-C to A USB, and then you will have a USB splitter. So there's a couple different ways you can wire this. You can either go into the center console USB, or you can actually go into your glove box USB if you should have one of those on one of the newer Ys. So this just makes it so that if you go into your glove box, you can still have your Sentry mode, and then you can still hook this up as well. And then depending on which vehicle you have will depend on which cable you want to use. Both are braided, really nice cables, so we love that. So the control bar actually uses a USB-C plug. So the A would go into your center console or your glove box, depending on what you do. And then if you have like a newer Model Y or 3, you have USB-C, so you could use something like this. So now first thing we need to do is actually clean this because it's actually pretty dusty. It might not be the easiest to see. Oh yeah, look at all that dust. So we're gonna go ahead and use our little Abstract Ocean cleaner here and make sure that everything is nice and clean. Now we actually do already have a screen protector already on here, so we will just be attaching it right to that. You can attach it directly to your screen if you don't use a screen protector. It's really up to you. Now on this, we have that matte screen protector. It really helps cut down any fingerprints and glare. So on the control bar here, you can actually see you have this little tab right here. That's actually just protective film over it. Now if we flip it, this is going to be on the back side of the screen. You have one side that says ACC, so that's for accessories. And you have one side that says power, so you're going to want to connect in the right side. And then you do have this 3M tape along the entire bottom. So we're just going to test fit this, and it just will go right under the screen and push right up. And then you can kind of center it. So the easiest thing is if you put it in at like an angle, kind of like this, so that all these LEDs are facing you, kind of put it where you want it, and slowly, while applying some up pressure, just rotate it around, and then it'll stick right there, which is exactly where we want it. So that is what we're gonna do just real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off, and we're gonna attach it. So like I mentioned, we're gonna go ahead and kind of put this like so, kind of put it into place where we like it. And then we're just gonna slowly re-angle it up while applying some top pressure. Now for power real quick, I'm just going to hook up this USB-C to USB-C into the center console. I'll give you guys a little routing information on where I would route the wires. So when it comes time to wire this up, there's a couple different ways you can do it. Since the power connector is right back there, that's the USB-C you're gonna wanna go into. So what I would recommend and what I will be doing is actually running the wire up along here, back through here, and coming across. You can actually feed the wire through here. and actually putting it into the glove box. So I'm probably going to be using this right angle USB-C to plug into the control bar, and this right angle USB-A to plug in to here. And what we're gonna do is go ahead and use this splitter here so that we can still have our Sentry mode and then one for the control bar. Now, other ways you can do this, you can actually run it down through here, come through here, and then all along here until you get to the very back and plug it into one of those USB-C outlets with the C to C wire. Let's adjust our frame rate a little bit so that we can see that a little bit better. It's not flashing in person, it's just because the frame rate of the camera. So let's see if we can't fix that. What we can do while it's doing this is actually go ahead and download the app, either the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, either one. And we'll go ahead and link all that down below that you might need. And it's gonna kind of walk us through some installation and everything. And then we're gonna need to enable location. So we're gonna allow that. And then we're gonna do allow all the time, so that way there's never a disconnect. So the control bar actually uses the Bluetooth on your phone, and that's how it will communicate with the car. So it's actually gonna use like your Tesla app. So we're gonna just do that as much as we can, and then we're gonna need to log in. So this does use all the same authentication that Tesla requires and as the Tesla app itself. So everything is super, super secure. You really don't need to risk anything. They don't store your password. All they do is a token that Tesla gives them. So everything is very, very secure. Okay, so here we are, and now it's gonna ask which car are we installing the control bar on. So you wanna make sure that you have it on here correct. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on Mom's Why Not. And now we're going to do the start search. So we're just gonna go ahead and start that. Make sure your Bluetooth is enabled. It's already doing that. We're pairing it. That was quick. We're gonna do this update. This can take a few minutes, so we'll pick back up in just a second. Okay, now that the update is done, it is completed, we're gonna go and hit continue. And now we have all these that we can do. We have the 2 outer knobs, and then we have the 6 buttons. So let's go ahead and hold this to exit. Then we'll go ahead and show you everything on the screen happening in like real time here. So this is gonna default to your temperature. So you can see how we have that. And then this one, also temperature. So if you actually have them split, so it's only adjusting the passenger with this knob, and then this knob only adjusts the driver. Now if there's no one in the passenger, both knobs will adjust the driver. But then right now we have keep climate on, dog mode, camp mode, max heater, lock and unlock doors. So you can see it's got that. And it even says done. And then we have open the frunk here. But the cool thing is like we can click on this one button in the app and we can assign it. Maybe you want seat heaters, because then you wouldn't need it there. Maybe you want the LED. So the LED is actually kind of cool. If we assign that, we can see that it is now on the LED. So if we do this, you can see currently it's like green. It really does help illuminate the center console once it's actually dark out. But if you press and hold, you can see here. So what we can do is this knob is going to do your brightness. And then this one is actually going to do your color. So you can do all kinds of cool colors, like really like that. I love the red. So that's kind of what that's gonna look like. Again, at night, you'll really be able to see it a lot more. But like, I mean, say you don't use camp mode, you can do any of these options right now. With more coming soon. So there's definitely a lot of really cool things you can do here. The open close trunk, I actually think that's a good one. It's normally right here, but a lot of people still like the buttons, which is actually pretty great. Overall, really like the control bar. It actually does fit in with like the Tesla design and everything. It really doesn't stick out all that much, but if it's something like you want some knobs to control the temperature, or say you want some quick buttons to be able to trigger different things, this is definitely a great product for you. And install really couldn't have been easier. And since it does just plug in via USB, It's something that's easily removable. You don't need to really take apart many panels or anything like that. It's actually all very, very quick and easy to do. So overall, definitely appreciate it. Let me know down below, is something like this something that would interest you, or perhaps a loved one's car that maybe wants some buttons back in their life, or a knob or two. Maybe this is something that they would really appreciate. As always, though, huge thanks to our channel sponsor, Abstract Ocean. If you are looking to accessorize your Tesla Model S, X, 3, or Y, much like this one, and now Rivian, definitely check them out. I'll link down below, and using code Tesla Inventory will get you 15% off of your first purchase. A lot of must-have accessories to really create your car your own, as well as protect it. But that's basically it for this one. Definitely a thumbs up if you enjoyed that video. Go and click here to subscribe here for some other ones. We'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.